And good day, family, and welcome to another episode of Crypto Millionaires. I'm your man of business, Doc. Yes, and welcome. And I hope that you're having a great day so far. Today, what we're going to talk about is the number one tool that every crypto millionaire needs to know about and needs to have in their arsenal of tools. This is the number one tool no matter what market you're investing in, whether you're investing in the cryptocurrency market, whether you're investing in stocks, commodities, bonds, options, the Forex market, it doesn't matter which market you're investing in. This particular tool called TradingView is a tool that will give you the perfect charting experience. Now, it should be noted that before we go any further into this video, this is all about educational purposes. And this, for those of you who are coming into the financial markets, please do not invest in the markets more than you can afford to lose. And please do your due diligence and do your own research and be wise before you place any money into the markets, because at the end of the day, the markets can be a risky place if you do not know what you are doing. So a word of caution is advised. Now back to the video. So here it is for those of you who are entering into the markets, whether you're in crypto or stocks, whatever it is, you need a good charting platform. And the number one charting platform, in my personal opinion, is TradingView. With TradingView, you are able to link into a community of international traders. You're able to get ideas about the different markets, financial markets that are out there. So it gives you a whole lot of data that you can work with. But the most important data that this particular platform provides you with is charts. And that is the number one information because it allows you to know what price action is doing at any given point in time and space. So when you are ready to begin your financial journey, you will log into TradingView and you will come to the product section where it says Super Charts. And once you click on to Super Charts, a blank chart of this nature will open before you. Now, in terms of what you see before you, it may seem a little daunting at first, but please do not be perturbed by that. I will break down the different components of this charting exercise. And first, we will start with the components on the main feature. Now, in terms of what TradingView offers, with the free charting service, you will only be allowed to use, I think, 3 indicators. If you want to use more indicators, you will have to pay a subscription for a subscription account. Now, for those of you who want that discount and you want the link to the TradingView, just check below in the description below, and you will be able to find all the necessary links to TradingView to get that affiliate link, whereby you can get some discounts and some great prices in joining this platform. First and foremost, when you open up the charts are normally with a white background. What you can do for persons like myself who find the white background quite taxing, you can come into the upper left-hand corner here, the main icon, and you can simply change the mode feature, which you see here is dark mode. When you click on the dark mode feature, it automatically changes the background to a dark background. For persons like me, it allows me to be able to see more clearly. Okay, so the first and most important thing is what chart you are looking at. In terms of the markets, if you wanted to pull up, say, Bitcoin or Google or Amazon chart, for instance, the first thing you would do would come into this upper left-hand section here, and you will click on the search tab here to do a symbol search for what you are looking for. Now, in terms of noticing what you can search for, you can search for the charts on the different stocks that are available, the different funds, like the ETF funds, for instance, the futures market, the Forex, or what is known the foreign exchange market. You can research the different cryptos that are listed, as well as indices, bonds, and options. So for this particular exercise, we'll be looking at the Bitcoin chart and use that chart to break down the different components of charting. So in this example, we'll be looking at the Bitcoin paired against the USDT or Tether, which is a cryptocurrency that is pegged to the US dollar, $1 for one Tether. So in essence, you're looking at the pair of Bitcoin to USDT. When you click on the pairing, that chart will emerge before you. Now, in terms of what is available to you at the top section of the chart, the first thing that you will notice the 1M, the 3Ms, 15Ms. Well, this is the different time frame charts that you can look at. In terms of the 1M, that would be the 1 minute chart. So in terms of the 1 minute chart, every candle on the 1 minute chart, in this instance, every candle that you're seeing formed every 1 minute, it is the outplay on the 1 minute chart. If you wanted to observe the price action in a larger time frame, you can do so. If you wanted to add time frames, you would simply come to the end of the time frame. When you first start, you may have the 5 minute or the 15-minute time only. So you will have to come to this bar right here and click down. And for the times that you want to stay on the upper bar, you just simply click the star right next to them, like how this 10-minute time frame right here has a star. If I was to click that, the 10-minute time frame chart will come up there. So in essence, this is how you would decide on the different time frames that you want to have available to you. Excuse me. So in my case, I have the 1 minute, the 3 minute, the 5 minute, 15, 30 minute, the 1 hour, the 2 hour, the 4 hour, the 8 hour, the daily, the weekly, the monthly, and the 12-month time frame. So those are the time frame in relation to the charting. The next thing that you will notice next to the time frame is the type of candles you want to use. In this particular chart, these are the traditional candles that you would be given. In terms of your options, you can use hollow candles, or you can convert to a line chart like this here, or you can just simply go back to your standard candles. A lot of persons like the Heikin-Ashi candles, which are which are the candles that will give you a more slanted curved view of the candle formation. Now, next to the candle selection button is the indicator selection button. Some traders do not use indicators, but for traders who want to use indicators, for instance, to know where certain key levels are, to know where certain breakout points are, to know where certain volume buildups are, and to know where certain supply and demand zones or resistance and support zones are, some individuals choose to use indicators. In this particular instance, if you wanted to apply indicators to your charting, for instance, in this instance, if I wanted to say apply a buy and sell indicator to this, I would use say chandelier exit, for instance, which would give me a buy and sell indicator in terms of uh, adding indicators. You will notice within the indicator realm, once you click on the indicator button, you can select, you can start different indicators that you personally like using. Anything from breakout finder indicator, breaker blocks and signals, uh, EMA, moving average indicators, and so on and so forth. In terms of the initial amount of indicators that you will only get 3 indicators. So persons tend to choose a certain setting of indicators. Myself personally, I use between 3 and 7 indicators, and those are exposed to my students in the classroom setting. And I literally share my charts, my full charts with persons who wish to have indicators and things of that nature. I give them a nice surrounding of that nature. Moving along, what we have is the different indicator templates that you can use. Some of the more common ones like the Williams 3-line indicator, the swing trading zigzag and pivot indicator, and so on and so forth. The next thing that you will notice is the alert button. This is a very important button for persons who do not want to be sitting in front of the charts for long periods of time. You can simply set your alerts to go off when you want to enter your buys and your sells. You can set your alerts and things of that nature. Your alerts will be based on the indicators and the general candle formations that you use to set a buy and sell, for instance, in this instance, because we use the chandelier exit, which is here. If you were to click on that, you would just choose if you want the alert to go off on the buy or you want the alert to go off on a sell, as well as other scenarios such as crossing scenarios where the price action is crossing up or crossing down in a particular zone that you are looking at. Um, there is also a replay feature that you will encounter. For instance, for those of you who want to do back testing in terms of looking at particular strategies in different markets, you can scroll back to a long history all the way back to the beginning of a particular asset that you're trading. For instance, you can go back all the way into the stock market all the way back into the 1920s, and you can trade the markets as they were during the stock market crash, for instance, to see how you would fare as a trader or an investor during that period. There's also a replay feature and so on and so forth. For those of you who will opt to have the paid version, you will have you will have the option of having your layouts in terms of your chart layouts. If you wanted to have 2 side-by-side monitors, for instance, in this instance here, um, so in this instance here, if you opted for this feature, if in the paid feature, you can have 2 monitors side by side, and you can be viewing different time frames, as well as you can be viewing different assets. For instance, in one asset, you can be looking at Bitcoin, and another window, you can be looking at Google or Amazon. This feature is normally used with persons that are trading in multiple time frame. So you can have 4 screens displays. You can have them arranged in different formats. So that is an option that is available to you as well. You can save your chart layouts by name, and you would be able to move between the different chart settings and layouts that you have put together. The next features that you would have available to you is your general charting features in terms of how you want your candle wicks to look, a body of your candle, and so on and so forth. If you wanted to mark or note certain events, you can do it there in this same button here. This is the chart settings button. In this button here, you can move your chart into full screen mode, as well as the next icon with the camera looking icon. You can take a snapshot of your charts. For instance, if you're part of a community and you wanted to take a snapshot of your charts and share it with your community, this icon here will allow you to do that. And in terms of the icons at the side, for instance, the first icon at the side will allow you to create watch lists of different stocks and cryptos and forex pairs that you are presently monitoring. So this is a good asset to use, as well as there you can set your alerts from here as well as you have a data window and an object tree and a data window, as well as you have a hot list section. Let's go down. You can set your alerts in this second arena. On the third arena, it's the data window. You can get more information on a particular asset that you're trading. The second window is known as the hot list window. So you can see what are the top performing assets in the different asset classes that are available to you out there. You can add new categories if you wish, and so on and so forth. The third is the ideas. If you have certain ideas you want to remind yourself of, or you want to share with the general trading community, you can do that. As well as there are different chat communities that are available that you can become a part of, and you can interact and share live time ideas on the asset that you're trading with, the different groups that are available out there. And the last one is the idea stream. Persons who are actively trading, and they've come up with different ideas as to what they hypothesize or believe that a particular asset is going to do. They would post these ideas in this particular section. But the primary usage is the first one, which is to create or curate a watch list of the different assets you're trading. You should note that you've given everything from the current price, and you've given everything from the data performance in terms of the weekly, the monthly, 3-monthly performance and all of that stuff. You also get a technical indicator on whether you should be selling or buying this asset in terms of what is functioning with this particular asset as it is. That is it for that particular side of the charting. On the left-hand side, this column on the left-hand side, these are the various tools that you are given to use on your chart as such, in terms of if you wish to mark out on your chart, or you want to set and see different projections played out in terms of the measurement or distance or percentage distance of different key levels and so on and so forth. But let's go through them one by one. The first area is the one that determines the type of mouse you're going to be using. For instance, I'm using this general mouse here. And in terms of what you have available to you, you can turn it from a cross to a dot, or to an arrow, or an eraser, and so on and so forth. I personally only use the cross and the arrow. If you notice it's a cross now, if you were to go to an arrow, you notice it has changed to an arrow, and whenever you come onto the price or onto an indicator, the arrow becomes a hand or a pointing finger. So those are the two primary ones that I personally use. The second area is the line area. the primary features that are available to you is you're allowed to use the tools of drawing trend lines. For instance, if you were to click on the trend line, for instance, you were to be able to put a trend line on your chart like I just did. And once you put a trend line there, you have this feature that appears. You can change the color of the line, you can change the thickness and the width of that trend line, and so on and so forth. Uh, in terms of moving from feature to feature, if you have a trend line on the board, you wanted to remove that, you just simply click on it and go up here to the garbage bin feature, and that will remove that trend line. Other lines that you have available to you are rays. You can put extended lines. You can even put horizontal lines, horizontal rays, whatever type of lines you wish to put. If you want to have uh, more solid lines, you can use trend lines, but you can test between the trend line and the ray line to see which you prefer using. The second area is what I call the tool kit, in terms of this is the place where you find the number one used tool, which is the Fibonacci retracement tool, which is a tool that is used to project where price action is going to bounce after trending in a particular direction. For instance, to give you an idea of what the Fibonacci retracement tool looks like, once you click on it and you apply it, you'll go either from the high to the low if the price is trending down, and low to high, price is trending up. So basically, because this particular run up here took place, you start from where the run up started to where it ended. And once you place that on your chart, you will notice that there are certain areas. Once you start trading, you will notice that there are certain areas that price will normally bounce to after having a run. And based on these retracement areas, traders will decide whether future entries will be and how to maneuver the markets based on potential Fibonacci zones. Other things that are out there are the pattern features, persons who trade different patterns. For instance, the XABCD pattern is available. You have the Elliott wave patterns available to you. In the other section, just below that, is the long and the short position forecasters, as well as the price range and the date range, or you can have them in both, the date range and the price range. For instance, if you wanted to see what a price range would be, you just simply click on the price range, and you would start at the base of where you wanted to project what that percentage was, and you just go to the top of where you had your projection. For instance, the price movement from here to this high here was just a 1.76% move in terms of the overall price structure. And that is another tool that you can use. So in terms of if you were to project your long or short position, you'd see the long position tool. If you were to click on the long position tool, if you were looking at price action before it played out, you would have placed it to where you think price action would have started, and you would have taken it to its highest premise in terms of where you think price is projected to go. Most persons will look for a return of a ratio of 1 to 2. Within our school, we look for a return of 1 to 3. But this is a tool here that you are able to project percentage-wise what your future projected exit point should be, and what your projected stop loss range should be. This is how it will look if you are projecting for a buy to the upside. If you wanted to apply a short position projection, for instance, like say right here, it will be in reverse. So here it is, you will place your stop loss projection zone, and then you will place where you feel price is projected to go. And within this here, you are able to see what your risk reward ratio is. And you're also able to see what your percentage gain would be if price action was to touch that area, and so on and so forth. So that is that particular feature on the TradingView charts. The next feature that you may find to be of interest is the brush, or a drawing tool. This, if you were to click on brush, for instance, you are able to basically draw. You can write, you can do all manner of things. You can show price movement in terms of writing on the chart itself. You can draw lines at key places with the drawing tools, and so on and so forth. So that is one feature that is available to you in that regard. In terms of the in the same drawing region is a rectangle feature. That is also another common feature that persons in trading and investing use. If you were to click on that, you're able to basically set up your boxes, or whatever we call points of interest, whether they may be demand zones or supply zones and things of that nature. You are able, bear with me a sec. You are able to you are able to um, you are able to place rectangle boxes at key zones of interest, so that you would be able to determine key areas where you project that price may go. And this is another tool that you may find to be of interest as an investor and trader. Below that zone there is you can place text box, you can put comments on your charts, and so on and so forth. The next box is the icons box, for the more friendly or playful investors and traders. If you wanted to put those on your charts, you can do that. The other tool is the ruler tool that is available to you. But like I showed you earlier, the tool that we prefer to use is the excuse me. The tool that we prefer to use is the price range tool that is found on the projection tool section. So basically, that is the main indicators that you will have here. Another area of interest that you may want to look at is the bottom of the charting area here. You will notice, you'll see there's a icon that says Crypto Pairs Screener, Pine Editor, Strategy Tester, and Trading Panel. These are other features that you have available to you, and these are features that you can make settings on so that you can get alerts when certain things happen within the price movement of your chart, and so on and so forth. But in terms of that aspect, we will go into this in another video. But this video was just meant to give you a general introduction to what I consider one of the most important tools that cryptocurrency investors need to have in their arsenal of tools. For those of you who want to have access to this tool, just simply check the description below for my referral link, and you'll be able to get a nice discount on your package. Some of you may only want to use the free indicators with 3 or less. But what you're going to find is the amount of information and tools that the various assortment of indicators will give you. It really acts as a great assistant to you. For instance, the different moving averages and so on, the smooth moving averages and things of that nature, they tend to be of great assistance to you as a trader and an investor. So this is your man of business, Doc, saying thank you very much for tuning in to today's lesson. I just wanted to give you a shout out and let you see what's going on within crypto. Thanks for joining. So I hope you remain profitable, keep making that money. And until next time, you take care.